Let's talk about downselling, because downselling is a great way for you to deal with show-stopping objections. But I also want you to be very careful with downselling. A lot of amateurs out there don't really understand downselling and they go to it too soon. What is downselling? If you don't know what downselling is I'm going to show you a less expensive product, okay? I'm going to show you something below what you were looking at in hopes that will entice you to now do business. Let me give you a few things I want you to think about in terms of downselling. First off, the timing. I don't want you to present any downselling until you've firmly been rejected, okay? I also want you to present it before your prospect buys from a competitor. So there's a really tight window there of when it's appropriate to downsell. The first, that window is, you've rejected me, you've told me no, this isn't going to work, but then I catch you right before you buy from a competitor and I show, well, you know what, I've got an idea, it might be a game changer for you. Let me show you our less expensive offering, right? So after rejection, but before they buy from a competitor, that's when you're going to downsell. Also, I want to be clear here, the downsell is not a discount. I'm going to repeat that because it's important. Downselling is not taking the product they're already looking at and discounting. Downselling is showing them a less expensive option, all right? Now that less expensive option should not be less than 30% of what the cost of was the original option. If you're having to downsell, say, a 50, 60, 75% less expensive product, you and I need to talk. We need to do some training on qualifying your prospects because you clearly weren't even in the right scope with that original product. You should, if you're scoped well, and you're unable to close them at that product, your downsell product should be within 30% of what they were originally looking at. Now let's talk about your consequences of customer rejection. There should be no pressure and no consequences here. All right, so they've rejected me on that original purchase. Before they buy from a competitor, I'm going to bring up a downselling option. All right, I'm not hard selling this at all. This is a no pressure, I'm just bringing this up, all right? The last thing that we want to do is offend them or upset them. Why? We're going to put them, if they say no to this one, we're going to simply put them back in our sustainable pipeline. If they've communicated to us that they've bought, right? Hey, no, wasn't a fit, but I appreciate you bringing up that other offer. I'm going to go with ABC company. If they buy from somebody else, they're still going back into our sustainable pipeline. We're going to follow back. Remember, follow back. We're going to follow back with them in 12 months to see how that's going with their current provider or current solution. So we want to make sure there's no consequences here. I'm not putting any pressure on them. I'm not burning out an opportunity. I'm not offending a prospect. I'm just giving you, hey, here's another option. If they say no to that, they're going back into our pipeline. Finally, let's talk about the frequency on downselling. I want to make sure that you're not presenting any downselling until you are firmly told no. Until you are firmly told no. Do not start downselling as soon as you face the first little bit of adversity. So where we're going to implement this is after we're firmly told no, before they buy from a competitor, and before we do that, let me ask you a favor, right? When they're saying, well, I'm definitely going to go buy from the competitor, and we do the, you know, that sounds good. Make sure you have the perfect solution for you. If it's not with us, no problem with it being with them. Hey, let me ask you one favor. And then you go into that sequence of setting the bar really high for the competitor. That's where I want you to do downselling. Right before you ask for that favor, but after. That's the clear part here. After you've firmly been told no. Otherwise, you're just going to create this downward spiral of showing them less and less expensive products, and there's not going to be any value in that. The world of sales has completely changed. Today's customer has access to more information. Today's customer has more choices. The business world needs you. Studies have shown that 84% of salespeople fail to achieve their goals. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of selling in a way that's meaningful to you and your customers and get you 7 times more business. I'll show you how the perfect sales process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from prospecting to closing the deal. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so you can build value in your solutions. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your customer so it's easy for them to buy from you. I've taught the best companies in the world and thousands of people just like you how to hit their targets. Selling is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career is gonna make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or the corporate world before. And for the advanced sales professionals, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Easton University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective in any industry, large or small. You are about to become a certified master sales consultant. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Easton University.